Welcome to the 1-year transformation of our dream home. 1 year ago, we moved from Florida to Illinois and bought this house. Stay tuned for how it looks now. As you enter the home, you're actually entering the basement. This basement had a mixed tone of wood doors and door frames. Some of the doors were white, and as you can see, there's tile that's gray and black. This is a theme throughout the house where there's browns and blacks, which isn't my favorite, so we tried to make it more cohesive. This foyer has a lobby feel. We wanted to make it feel a little bit more welcoming, so we changed all the doors to black to complement each other and the tile. Here's some during shots while the painters were refreshing the paint on the walls, basically the same color, just freshened up and made all of the doors cohesive. There's our cat Max. He was very confused about what was going on. We love the way this looks. It gives a welcoming atmosphere when you walk in. We also painted the front door black instead of brown that you saw in the beginning. We added a round pedestal table as you walk in and changed this up throughout the seasons of the year, so spring and summer, into decorating for our Halloween party. Sorry for the jump scare there, but we love keeping this festive and changing it up throughout the year. That's something we'll keep adding to and doing for the years to come. So we had Christmas, Valentine's, had a little Galentine's Day party. Here's the exterior front porch during Halloween, and it just looks so much better with the black accents compared to mixed match. This table and decor has really helped create a flow of traffic as you enter from the front door or the garage. We've added some art as well. To the left is a game room. The pool table came with the house. We haven't done too much to this space, but it is a goal for the coming year. There is an interior window on the left that goes into the bar, also a work in progress. The basement bathroom went from that to this, added some wallpaper, drew a poster of this woman. I saw the concept elsewhere and did it myself with some 3D shells and fake goldfish. Added some art, a whale bowl under the sink that we put mints in for any guests, and the smart mirror tells you the weather, which is pretty cool. The cats really like it in here. We think it's a cool vibe. Moving upstairs to the main floor, we see our waterfall wall. The stairs go up to a skylight, which is really nice, and to the right here, you'll see our pond. My boyfriend put a lot of work into this. We added a fountain, some rocks, fake flowers, a fake fish that swims around. We have a few of these, and ceramic koi. Not looking for any live fish since we have lots of cats. For Halloween, we added cat and a skeleton frog. Here you can see what the waterfall wall looks like, and one of our cats enjoying it on the stairs. As you come up the stairs, you see the hallway that goes into the main floor plan. The trim in this house was all wood and pretty beat up from the previous owners, so we painted all of the trim white. So here's that process. It takes a long time. These ceilings are really tall and all the prep work. It was a labor of love, but we really like the transformation from the wood to the bright, modern white trim. The restroom on this floor hasn't gone through a transformation. We just decorated it. The dining room had a two-tone floor, brown walls and trim, and a small black chandelier. We found a modern light fixture off Facebook Marketplace, and we thought it matched the stairs very well and brought more of that modern touch we were looking for. This was really hard to install, but we really like how it turned out. This actually belonged to Madonna's chef. So Celebrity Chef had this fixture in their home. We thought that was a fun conversation piece. We started to find the furniture we wanted compared to the listing photo you're seeing here. We have a stone table with a blue abstract rug and started painting. We used a primer that was supposed to give the look of concrete and crisscross brush strokes to give that textured look. It took us a minute to find the furniture and artwork that we liked, but this has become one of my favorite rooms. The way the light hits It's just so relaxing and bright. We really like the before and after. Here you can see one of our original art pieces. We changed that out to a cityscape, giving homage to Chicago nearby. This is a room we're very proud of and probably one of my favorites. This dining room opens up into the living room. Here's some befores. This has 20-foot ceilings, a fireplace focal wall. Again, we're dealing with brown trim that really closes off the space. It was pretty damaged, and lots of different tones of brown here. Some of the walls have two tones, and we wanted to make it more cohesive and bright and really focus on the height of the room, with the windows being the stars. So we picked out some paint samples. We used the Sherwin-Williams free consulting hotline, and they helped us with what to do here. Instead of this white tall fireplace, we took the darkest color from the tile, which was a cool blue, and painted that on the fireplace wall all the way over, and then kept all of the other walls a bright neutral. And here you're seeing the trim is now white. This took scaffolding. We hired professionals here to make sure that it was done correctly and smoothed out all of the holes that the previous owners had left. We were anxiously waiting how the blue focal wall would turn out. It felt like waiting for Christmas morning. At times we weren't sure if the living room was that different of a color, but looking back at the painting getting started, our current color is much brighter than that original brown was. We're so happy with how the living room turned out. The blue focal wall is so relaxing. It really ties the fireplace in. There was a hole above the fireplace for cables. We've covered that with some wood and added a mantle. We have hosted lots of get-togethers with family and friends throughout the year, and there's so much space to have everyone. We got some new furniture, one being this cabinet and our living room coffee table. This was actually a dining table that we cut the legs down. It's made out of marble, and it had all of the colors we were wanting to tie together in the living room. It weighs 300 pounds. Here's that before of the dark wall. We love the sunsets through these windows, and even with the new colors, it just brings out the blues in the sky. Throughout the seasons, snowy, foggy mornings, the holidays, we've loved celebrating in this freshly painted living room that we got to pick out. So this is probably the biggest transformation of the house. We feel like now it's really ours. We'll probably add some artwork throughout the coming years, but it was hard to do on freshly painted walls. So now it's just bright and open compared to how it was before. Alongside the living room and dining room is the guest suite. There was originally a lot of browns, two-tone floors, metal stencils. You'll see that pattern throughout the house. The previous owners really liked that. We don't know what it means, so I took that off. This room had pretty good walls except for where I took those stencils off, so we wallpapered the back accent wall and left the rest of the walls the same except painted the trim white, and that really brightened it up. My boyfriend's first time doing wallpaper. I was very proud of him. And we added a rug and some modern decor. This bed frame came with us from Florida. It actually was a mock-up for one of the Disney resort hotels that my boyfriend had worked on previously. So that's a cool piece. And we love this room. We think it's welcoming and relaxing for our guests. Another big update that we did on this floor was screen in the back patio. This had a deck that opened up into the backyard. We have a lot of cats, and we wanted to give them a space like they're used to having from Florida when we moved up here to Illinois last year. So one of the first renovations was getting that screened in for them, and it's a nice place to enjoy the beautiful weather up here. It's right off of the kitchen. We have not done much to the kitchen this year. next year. We have plans, a new sink, some new hardware, but besides painting these windows and the door frame black to match, nothing in the kitchen. Same with the office on this main floor. We love this office. We do like the brown accents and tray ceiling. So besides switching out some seasonal artwork throughout the year, we've kept this as is. We love this office space and the original fireplace from before the remodel of this house. Let's go upstairs. One of the upstairs bedroom had this two-tone blue palm tree beach scene coming from Florida. We didn't really want that up here. There was also a swing. We think a little girl had lived in this room before, and there was some duct tape on the floor, so finally got that up, and we covered this mural with wood slats. You'll notice the floor is also 4 different colors, so eventually we will be redoing the floor. Here you can see that duct tape. We made this our home gym, so we put some foam flooring down and got some workout equipment to get us through the winter and being inside and not walking outside. Also on this floor, another bedroom that I converted into my office. This was light blue with the brown trim and brown blinds. A good size room, but these walls were very dirty and I wanted more of a moody feel for my office. This was the first room that I tackled when we moved in because I knew I would be spending almost all of my time in here. So I chose to go from blue to a dark green. These were tall ceilings for me. I'm 5'3", so I spent a lot of days up on this ladder painting, and I really love the before and after. The white trim really modernized the room and brightened it up. I got some DIY wainscoting that came pre-cut and measured with peel and stick, and I just painted them green to match. I've always wanted a green office, so I had a lot of the furniture already, and I did add these orange chairs. That was a nice accent color in here. I love this space. I love how it came together, and I really enjoy getting to spend my days here. We both work from home, so loving the space we're in is key, and this house is perfect. Moving on to our master bedroom. That's right, you are seeing a red shag platform bed and some low-hanging pendant lights. Those were left from the previous owner, and they didn't finish the floor underneath that bed after we removed it, so we will be redoing a lot of these floors one day. We took out the pendant lights and added a canopy bed. Maybe not the most aesthetic choice, but we did use a door TV mount to mount the TV on the canopy bed, and highly recommend. It's like a theater every night. Again, the trim is now white, and we painted the ceiling blue. My boyfriend worked hard on that. This bathroom was a mixture of browns and blacks again, so we wanted to make that matching the theme of the house. So we painted these cabinets, got rid of those mirrors. They were so big I couldn't even see myself. We took out all of the cabinets, painted them a gray, and then got some arched mirrors, but we hung them upside down and brought in the ceiling color of the bedroom and made that the back wall color of the bathroom. There was window and door trim that was brown, and now it's all black. This bathroom feels totally different than it did before. We added some sconces, and we love how this turned out. Now there's a bit of cohesiveness between the bedroom and the bathroom, but one day we will, tie in the flooring. But we love this space. We love the bathtub. We may continue to add to this space, but we're happy with the transformation that has happened so far over the past year. Off of this master bedroom, there is a balcony, and we're currently adding some stairs to go out into the backyard. Speaking of the backyard, the tree house has also undergone a transformation. This is my happy place. My boyfriend added some new shingles and some structure to the bottom, added some concrete poles to make sure this was secure for the winter. Here you're seeing the before, all kinds of mixed matched wood, pretty dirty, just leftover flooring it seems like. There is air conditioning and electricity, so I can watch TV out here, and I wanted this to just be somewhere that I could go do do art, have my girlfriends over, talk, and spend the afternoon. So I painted this. The walls are a very pale green, and then I painted the ceiling blue. And here you go. Here's my girly, colorful, fun treehouse. Added lots of crystals on the windows, so in the morning and in the evening, there's rainbows everywhere. I love this space. When the kids come to play in the family, they can color in here, watch TV, and it's just one of the coolest tree houses I've ever seen. I'm really proud of it. I got almost everything in here from Five Below. Coming from Florida where there's no seasons, it's been so fun to see the tree house go through the whole year. Speaking of outside, here is a look at our driveway before. There was rocks along the driveway, but they were in this squiggly pattern and needed some help, so another big project was doing the rocks. Here you can see our resurfaced driveway, some flowers that we added to our entrance, and rocks that go in a straight line. Added some in front of the house as well with a stairway. That about covers it. Our 1-year transformation of living in this house. We are so happy here. We've worked really hard and we're very proud of it. If you liked this video, consider subscribing and come along on this journey as I settle in the Midwest.